The new single "Thoughtless" is a song that I wrote about school shootings, especially Columbine in America. I wrote it from the view of the kids shooting because I can really relate to what those kids probably went through, and I've probably had the same feelings and thoughts, but never acted them out. I mean, to take someone who was sick and probably wasn't parented right, wasn't brought up understanding what guns and everything are, and I wrote the song about, just being, when you go through school and you're picked on constantly and you have nowhere to turn.
When people are picked on, abused, beat up, all that, it ends up causing someone to do these crazy acts, when they feel like they have nowhere else to go but to lash out against the people that they live around. And definitely blaming it on video games and heavy music.
At least in my school, I was picked on constantly by people. Even my teachers picked on me, and they'd laugh with the kids about jokes. They'd crack about me. I mean, I had no really place to go. Try to go and, go somewhere where I'd have someone to talk to, someone to help me, and there was nothing ever there. So, I mean, what do? Kid, you're human, you're going to crack one time, and some people are really, really emotionally unfit, and they pick up guns and shoot, so I wrote that song about that.
I think blaming these massacres on heavy music, video games, things like that is a cheap way for adults, parents, teachers, people that should be watching out. It's a cheap way for them to not accept responsibility. And it's a shame because, through good parenting and through good teachers, so many things could be avoided, by just by love, by giving, their children love and attention and paying attention to them and hearing them and watching for signs. And so many parents and teachers don't pay attention, they don't care, and things get too far and then they lash out and, these destructive acts that they do. Then, instead of being, where they're unhappy, they end up murdering people and affecting 10 families, 20 families, and it's really a shame.
There's all the violence, it's on TV every day. And MTV in the States wanted to ban it. I'm like, man, you can turn your TV on anytime, any part of the day and see this. This is what our children are raised watching. Most people in America, I don't know about here, use a television as a babysitter for their kids. There's nothing wrong with that, but at least explain to your kids what's going on so they can understand and they don't have this glamorized fairy tale land of, the reality of it all. I don't think video games, music, anything brings people to shooting someone. I think it has to do, society always looks for a scapegoat, and they're going to look at video games, art. They've always done that. There's like book burnings, all that shit. They look for a scapegoat, and the big culprit, I say, and everyone, kids doing that is their parents. Ultimately, it's the people who are raising the children and the way they're brought up. If they're brought up to think that video game, music's bad. At least this is how it is in America. I think it's a day and age now that it's not 1950 anymore. I think kids have to grow up a lot quicker. 30 years ago, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have any other things. Anytime a kid can dial up, go on the internet and see porn, see anything, you got to explain to kids what this stuff is and know that it's okay. This is what humans do. We look at this kind of stuff, and I think things would be a lot better if it wasn't that way, at least in the States. Everybody's run in the United States. Most of this is Christian America, Bible Belt kind of people that use God as a controlling factor, and they do things in the name of God, and it's ridiculous. Religion in general is ridiculous. We're brought up from when we're born that the human body is a bad thing, or not to look at it. It's bad, it's foul, you're going to hell, you're not supposed to have sex. Here you got tits and naked people on TV. It's no big deal. That's the way I think it should be. Right there breeds sickness. When you tell somebody that a naked woman is a bad thing, sick people can start going. That's why you got rapists. You got kids that they try to ban guns and outlaw guns.